Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. So today we're going to be working with the White Light Oracle. Each of these, I've just bumped the table. Each of these has a message for you. One of them has a message for you. So each of these has a message. We're going to turn them over in the reading, and then we're going to do a rune reading with an Elder Futhark set to expand on that message and see where it leads you. So see if it's card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3 that has a message for you. I will put the timestamps in the description, and I will see you there. Hello, card number 1, people. So we're going to start with the White Light Oracle card. We're going to turn it over, and we're going to see what message this is going to be about. And then we're going to throw down some runes. Okay, so the one you get is Archon Barbello, and that's the one that has to do with the pure essence of the white light of the radiance, and how when you allow that in, it can go through and just solve everything. It can just basically just heal and set everything to right if it's allowed in. So that is your oracle card message from that. Let's expand on it with a reading from the Elder Futhark runes. Oh, nice. Okay. This is actually my oldest set. This is my first set of runes that I ever got way the heck back. It was a Blum set. I don't know if his name is actually pronounced Blum or Bloom, but it's like this really, really old set from the 80s. So anyway, so your central issue here is represented by Uruz. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. It has to do with strength and health. So you're basically, your concern right now is about strength and health, probably health, in that you're looking for, something that's going to come in and just heal everything. And leading up to this, you've just been sort of feeling like directionless, we've got the blank rune, sort of feeling like nothing is kind of sticking, and you're sort of like, I really just, I want to focus on my health. So that's your central issue at this point. What will help is establish a home, like a feeling of home. It doesn't have to be an actual physical home, although this is upright, so that might be a big part of it. Make your home somewhere that does give you comfort, somewhere that does give you sanctuary and solace. And that's what's going to help you with your natural strength and health, is having a base, like having somewhere you can go where you can basically relax and have, be open to strength and solace, solace and strength and health and all that good stuff. What doesn't help is you are worried about what kind of support you have. This is Algies, it's the rune of the elk, what we in North America call a moose. And it has to do with protection and support, and that it's in the lower line. You're kind of worried about that. You're worried about what kind of support you have. So let's actually just throw down a couple more on this line, because it's important. There's Gabo. Gabo's under the leaf. I don't feel like moving the leaf because the leaf is pretty there. But it's Gabo under there, and we're going to lift the leaf and look at it. So this is something that it's part of your agreement with yourself. So the Gabo is the rune of the gift. It has to do with exchange, sometimes with one-on-one relationships. So there might be something with your home that has to do with somebody, one other person, that you can make this with. It also has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. So just making an agreement with yourself that you're going to create the home that you need around you, whether this is a physical home or whether this is just sort of a mental. Well, it's not reversed, so I don't know that it's like necessarily mental, although it will be if it's physical anyway. So just create around you a physical sense of home and somewhere where you will feel comforted and protected, and basically have that sense of solace when you get into it, and that will help you be able to open to this light that when you surrender to it will actually just come in and fix everything. So again, what doesn't help is you're worried about support. You're also worried about, okay. So this is Barkana. Barkana is the rune of beginnings. It has to do with birth. It's the birch tree, and it's reversed and it's on the lower line. I am seeing this kind of as you're worried about your family not supporting you, and you're also worried about just inherently you not supporting you either. Like you're sort of, it's like you're sabotaging yourself without meaning, like without consciously doing it, sort of like unconscious sabotage. But also there might be, for some of you, a situation where you're worried about your family not giving you the support you need. So this is basically either with yourself or with one other person, making this decision and agreement and goal to build this home that basically construct around you a home that will be your solace and your security, where you'll be allowed to just basically open up and be able to let this light flow in. And what this is leading to is, this is actually a pretty big challenge. This is Uruz Reversed. Uruz is the rune of the challenge. I'm going to throw down a couple more runes on this because I want to see what this is about. It's like you'd think once you started this, you'd be fine, but you actually are coming up to, now the real work begins. So let's see about that. I don't know if that rune wants to come out. I don't think that one, this one does though. Okay, beautiful. Okay, that's what I wanted to, that's the kind of thing I wanted to see. So once you've established that and got that in order, now the real work begins, basically. Uruz is the rune of challenge. It has to do with, it's like it's a thorn in a gateway and a giant, and it's reversed on the path line, so it's like a really strong challenge, like something that's almost impossible to get over. And weirdly, the way you're going to get over this is, we have Uruz Reversed. Uruz is Tyr's rune, Tyr's the warrior god. And it's reversed on the upper line of what's helping you. And I'm going to read this two ways. One, surrendering basically to, like, basically going to the home that you've created and just basically letting things happen, just surrendering to this experience. At the same time, reversed, Tyr has to do with tending duties and responsibilities, and so reversed has to do with inner. So you're going to be basically, maybe you've gotten your outer home in order, now it's time to turn inward and get your inner home in order. And the more you do this, the more you'll just be finding your way. You're going to be carried over your challenge. You're not going to have to worry about it. It's not something you're going to be facing as directly, like in the outside world kind of thing. It's going to be like, this is your biggest challenge is going to be inside. Once you've established the outside, and then you can go inward and let things get healed. It's the inner challenge that's going to be the big thing. And so you're going to be directing your riding off into battle inwardly and basically facing things and tending your duties and responsibilities to yourself. Now, what won't help during that time is you're going to feel very obligated to the other people in the world. We have manas, and manas is the rune of humanity and your place in it, and it's in the lower line. So it's like here you were worried about whether you were going to get the support from people, and here you're like, those people had better not be anything that needs me because I'm working on this now. And so if you feel obligated at this point, like your duty is to this, your duty is to going inside and really tending what needs to be tended within. And if you keep feeling like, yeah, but I'm obligated to do these things for other people, I mean, everybody does, everybody has that, but your focus needs to be on tending your inner duties and getting yourself strong and getting yourself like all the way through strong and getting that light everywhere it needs to go. And so this is not going to help you, but if you start to feel like that, go, you know what, graciously bow out of things, graciously, be, I mean, this may not even be something that is happening, but this may be something that you're worried about happening, and it's going to drag you down because you're worried about it happening. So have it in your mind that you're going to be graciously turning things down, even if it happens. And it's like, I have things I have to do. I have obligations I need to take care of. And these obligations are for you. And so basically tend those inner duties and responsibilities. And this will carry you over your impossible challenge before you even realize you're there. So what this leads to is, hooray, we have Dagas. Dagas is the rune of the breakthrough of the day. It's the dawn. It's the day, basically. And it's basically you're going to get that blaze of revelation. You're going to get that illumination that you've been looking for all along. So all of this will lead to that, basically, burst of light and illumination. So that, card number 1, people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 2, people. So what we're going to do is we have this white light oracle card. We're going to turn this over. We're going to see what your issue is, and then we're going to move this over here. We're going to clarify that and expand on it with runes, with the Elder Futhark runes. So let's see what your question is about. Okay, Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. So this I'm going to say 3 things about. 1, there's a difference between taking what you need or taking what you want and accepting what you want. And ideally we want the second one of those. We want it to be like receiving what is coming to you. Second way I'm going to read this is about basically accept, like it. So it's sort of in addition to that, it's about accepting what you wished for. So if you wished for something, don't resist it when it comes, actually. Just accept it. You are worth it. And I forget what the third thing is, but it's basically, I think it's all tied up in the same thing. So it's basically dare to wish for what you want, dare to wish for what you need, but then accept it when it comes. So yeah, and don't forget to do the work, of course. So we're going to throw down some runes about this. Ooh, interesting. Yes, don't forget to do the work, and that continues. It's not just about wishing. Oh, we have the blank rune again. Okay, so our central issue here is Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need. It is upright, so it's just basically things that you need, tending your needs. That is your basic focus at this point. So there are things that you're wishing for that you're sort of not wanting to admit that they are your needs, but that you need. So don't be afraid to accept those. Don't be afraid to wish for those, and don't be afraid to be open to that when it does actually come in. What led up to this is it's like you had this agreement, you had this plan. We have Gabo. Gabo is the rune of the gift. The gift is always an exchange. You had this plan, maybe it was with somebody, but more than likely it was just sort of an agreement you made. It's like, I'm going to be here at this point. And then it's like, well, what do I need for that? I have to tend my needs to deal with this. Or maybe you actually had this point, you've reached it, and you reached this point of agreement, and now you have to replenish. So, dare to dream, but also do the work is what I'm adding. That's what I'm adding, because you always have to do something. It's not like you just, wish it and it happens, although occasionally that does happen, but not very often. It's always better to be ready to do the work. And even if the work is, be open to accepting it. So again, what this is saying is like, be open. We have the blank rune talking about being open. I'm going to put another rune down. Somehow the leaves have arranged themselves, so they're going to be covering my upper line rune on this. So I'm going to have to lift the leaves to talk about them. Okay. So this is interesting here. So on the upper line, on the Uber line, we have Uruz Reversed. Uruz is the rune of fire, something that starts small and expands into something big. It is reversed and it's on the the highest line. So it's basically saying, hold your focus on what you need, and sort of keep that visualized in mind. I'm not saying it's like only visualize. Again, do the work, but keep that in mind, and then be open to what comes in with that focus. So it's like it's like when they have the telescope, and they have it trained on a spot in the sky. They are then open to whatever that takes in. And that's basically what you're doing. You're focusing on this area of your life where you have this need. And you're going to accept whatever comes in through that, because you're focusing on that. And whatever comes through that focus is what's going to help you tend your need. What doesn't help is we have Bakana, which is the rune of beginnings and birth, and also sort of yin identity kind of thing. It's on the lower line, so it's not helping you. And also we have Uruz Reversed, which is the rune of humanity. Reversed, it's really focusing on, generally it focuses on, your own drummer kind of thing. But I think what this is saying is you can't really, what doesn't help is you're letting yourself get dragged down by the fact that you can't trust other people not to ruin your beginnings. So you're worried about these beginnings because it seems like humanity always finds a way to come in and ruin it. So that's not necessarily true. And if you think back on your life, that's not necessarily true. And that hasn't always been the case, but it just feels like it lately, I think, for you. So just don't worry about it. Don't worry about other people taking your shiny things. So you're going to be focusing on your needs and tending your needs. And in order to do that, you're going to focus on very strongly on in the direction and have like sort of eliminate what is not to do with that, and everything then that comes through that you're being open to will help you with that. And what this leads to is we have Tivaz. Tivaz is Tyr's rune. Tyr's rune of Tyr. Tyr's the warrior god. And he has to do with duty and responsibility, as well as riding forward, into battle. But mostly he has to do with duty and responsibility. And so once you get what you need to tend your need, now is the time to pick up and deal with it. Like, pick it up and do the thing that you got. So you're basically receiving what you sort of were hoping for, and now you're working with it, which is really, really important. What will help is working with it. We have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing's another name for Frey, who's the fertility god. It has to do with basically working with things and shaping things and making things into something. You're actually creating here. So you're taking what you got with this, you're picking up your sword and you're making, well, obviously it's a crafting sword. You're picking up and you're doing your duty and you're creating this, you're making this happen. What won't help at this point is we have Laguz. Laguz is the rune of water, it's the lake, and it has to do with intuition, emotion, heart, and also just yin, like allowing the flow. You're not doing that anymore. This was where you were allowing the flow, you were specifically directing the flow, and then you're taking what you got and you're shaping it. Now is not the time to just let things continue to flow and just be all wishy-washy about it. Sorry, Laguz, but you're in a negative spot. Now is the time to pick up and shape what you want. And at this point, finally, you will feel you can rest. Once you get through all that, you will have Isa. Isa is the ice rune. It has to do with stillness and clarity and stand still, and you will finally feel at this point, once you've shaped this and once you've basically received this, once you've received this and then you shaped it, you will finally feel that you can actually take a moment and be still and be clear and have that clarity and have that stillness moment, which you have worked so hard to get to. And that, card number 2, people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 3, people. So what we're going to do is we have this card from the White Light Oracle, and I'm going to turn this over, and that's going to be your focus, your question. And then I'm going to throw down some Elder Futhark runes from my original Elder Futhark set that I ever had. And we're going to expand on that, we're going to clarify, so let's see what we were working with. Okay, Garuda Suparna. This has to do with confidence. This has to do with confidence and building your confidence and basically having the confidence to move forward with what you want to do. Even just like amassing, having like-minded friends that will help you with that. So let's build on that. Let's expand on that. Oh, there's Othala again in that spot. I saw that one a couple of readings ago. That was pretty cool. Okay, so in conjunction with the Have Confidence card, we have a Listen to Your Inner Voice rune. We have Ansuz, and it's reversed. Ansuz is the rune of communication and manifestation. It is reversed, so it has several meanings, but they all have to do with listening, having a certain amount of silence, but also listening to your inner communication. What led up to this is too much din, too much noise, too much other people talking. We have humanity, the rune of humanity is Manaz. It's like the din of humanity. Everybody has their opinion, everybody's talking at you, and everybody's talking around you, and everybody's talking, and it's like, what do I need? What is my path? What is my voice? And how do I find my confidence in this? And because it really is all about confidence. Wait till I get to this one. So what will help you with this moment is having basically, you're going to be very home focused. We have Othala. This is the home and the homeland rune. It's sort of equivalent in the Younger Futhark, has to do with like a sanctuary and also a protected place for the god. kind of thing. And it is Odin's. It is one of Odin's runes. Actually, so is this. So basically, it's saying, have a base, like have an area somewhere that you can have solace, and somewhere that you can have that you can feel secure, and that's going to help you have the silence in which to listen, and also to be able to, basically to be comfortable enough to listen for this voice that's coming through. Yeah, and you're going to basically make an agreement with yourself to do this. This is Skabo, Rune of the Gift. It's an exchange. It's to do with agreements and decisions and goals, and you're going to basically set yourself this goal within your home, that you're going to take time to do this and listen to your inner voice, which is going to help you build your confidence. Now, what doesn't help is we have Laguz, which is the rune of the lake. It's the water. It has to do with emotion, intuition, and heart. It is reversed. So it's like you're not trusting your heart, and also you're feeling like there's so much else that needs to be dealt with. Like, I can't consider myself a need, because there's other needs that need to be tended, and this can take you away from your purpose. You can always find something else to do. You can always find something to procrastinate with, and for some reason it's easier to do it when you're working on yourself. It's like, oh yeah, but other people. Okay, but you know what? The other people need to shut up, because right now, they're still talking, they can talk, but you need to be able to close the door on them, and then basically agree to listen and focus on what you need and what your voice is saying. So if this starts to drag you down, bring yourself back up and say, no, this is my time to do this. I've made this decision that I'm going to be taking this time in my home, in wherever I feel at home, and listen. And what this will lead to is, and I'm going to be throwing down 3 more runes, but this is already very much in keeping with what this card was about. This will lead to great confidence. Here's confidence. Here's confidence. This will lead to great self-esteem and confidence. This is Fehu. It's the first rune. It has to do with wealth and worth. It's reversed, so it has to do with inner wealth and worth, which is basically confidence. So already you have developed the confidence that you need. Let's see where we go from here. Oh, nice. That's just awesome. Oh, you know what? Card number 3, people. You have such a consistent reading here. It's wonderful. So what will help you here at this stage where you feel a lot more confident, you're feeling a lot more your self-esteem is a lot better, and you're feeling a lot stronger and a lot more worthy internally. What will help you with that is focus on the joy. Focus on what brings you joy. We have Vunyo, it's the joy rune. Couldn't be simpler than that. Basically, just focus on your joy. That will keep you confident. Just like let your joy lead you. What doesn't help is we have Uruz Reversed. You are going to be tempted to turn away from this and say, yeah, but, and it's all stemming from this. It's like all the din of humanity. Yeah, but maybe I can't trust myself because there's so many of them and there's only one of me, and maybe I have other things that are more important to do than tend to myself. And at the same time, this is you wanting to turn away from your new identity, your new confidence. It's like, oh, but nothing. Come back to, it's like that thing on the airplanes, make sure that your own oxygen mask is in place before helping another. This is your oxygen mask up here. Make sure that you are feeling strong and confident and following your joy, and this will keep you strong and confident, and you will be better able to help other people. You'll be better able to serve them and tend their needs if you are able to stay on top of your own and being able to be very aware of what you need and being able to tend that. So all of this, so if that starts to happen, bring yourself back up and say, yeah, but what makes me happy? And tend that. And then you can maybe turn back and refer to other people. And what this will lead to is a great inner strength as well. We have Uruz Reversed. Uruz is the wild ox, has to do with strength and health, and it's reversed, but it's on the path line, so it's inner strength and inner health, and you will have accomplished it. You will totally have accomplished it. We have confidence, inner strength, joy, all that good stuff. So that, card number 3, people, is your very exciting reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye!